What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome to episode number 200 of Smack Talk, presented by SmarkOutMoment.com. God damn, 200 of these. Holy shit. I'm your host for this episode and all the other 200 ones, and hopefully 200 more in the future. Tony Mango, and joining me on the mic for this episode, I've got with me some of the usual suspects. You guys should know them by now. They've been around for quite a while. We've got Mike Payton.
Feed me more episodes of Smack Talk. 200's not enough.
Here you go. Here's a little bit. Here's a book, too. You want to read that?
Duh.
Fun is good. We've got Kalen Ferris.
Hello, Chief. Let's talk. Why not?
Sending some outgoing mail, huh?
Oh, you have many questions, Mr. Sparkle.
We've also got Steven Wago.
It's good rest talk. Rest hold. Rest talk.
Good old rest talk.
Can we do rest talk? That sounds awesome.
Or we just talk about pillows and comforters and stuff.
I'd love 200 episodes of rest talk.
Be like, hey guys, welcome to Rest Talk.
Oh shit, what it could be a show where we do a podcast where we're all laying in bed and can't sleep.
So it's like me constantly?
Yeah, it's just that odd period where you're trying to go to sleep before work.
Not a lot of like weird topics that you would think of. You're just kind of like, so what should we talk about today? Well, if I had $1 million, but somebody had a gun to my head and said I could only buy food, what would it be? That's our main event. No, our main event for this episode is going to be a full retrospective of the past 200 episodes. Obviously, I don't mean we're going to go back and talk about each episode, but we're going to just break down lots of different things that have happened over the course of Smack Talk's history. And we've got the usual stuff as well. We got the hot tags coming up in part 2, rest hold break. That might turn into a rest talk. Who knows? In part 3, Fantasy League at the end of the show. And we are in part 1 right now, which means it's time for what we usually do with part 1. I'll kick off here. The Ask Him, the wrestling trivia question of the week. If you don't know what that is, the Ask Him is a 2-question segment, and the first question and the second question tie in together in some fashion. First question goes to the panel, second question goes to the audience. Last week, we had questions about the United States Championship. Question to the panel was, who has held the U.S. Championship the most amount of times? And that was Ric Flair, 6 times. Question to the audience, who has the longest combined length of U.S. title reigns? That was Lex Luger, 948. Long time that he's been a U.S. champion. So let's break down who said what, who got it right, who got it wrong, whatever else you guys had said. Peter Piccinini says Lex Luger. He gets that correct. Mono Apex says, happy 200th birthday. I would have gotten a card, but they stopped making cards past 110, and there's going to be a Baltimore, Supano's, Prime Steakhouse, Seafood, and Pasta Alicia Fox versus Paige food eating contest for WrestleMania 32. Man, that was a mouthful to say. Rosa Show says, MVP has the most combined days, I believe, just because a lot of his reigns seemed pretty long. Salomon Adun says, phew, no clue, glad to be back, went to Mexico for 10 days and 2 Raws, and finally caught up on Smack Talk today. No clue, but since he won it the most times, and he's been around forever, and you're Tony, I'm going to go with Ric Flair. I got you, you bastard. He also says, fuck Lanny Poffo, fuck Byron Saxton, fuck the SmackDown panel, and fuck ... I'll come up with something from this upcoming Raw and come back and edit it in. If you're reading this, I forgot, so fuck me. So there you go. Solomon of Doom, adding himself to the Fuck That Guy Club. Mike McCormick says, for a long time, Benoit had the longest, and it bothered me because MVP was like a month short of Benoit's record, but everyone, commentators, the website, etc., said he was the longest reigning champ. Eventually, he did pass it, but it still pissed me off. Watchman King says, depending on how Tony wants it, Lex with 5 total days, 948 before WWE, and MVP with 2 total days, 419 with WWE. Lastly, Christopher Marin says, oh my god, I was mentioned in the video, that is such an honor, and he got my name right. Yep, now you're getting a second mention. He also says Lex Luger because he had like 900 combined days, so he gets that pretty close as well, so good job everybody, other than a couple of people that got it wrong. But we're in this week's question now, we're going to move on, that's the past. And I'm going to change this up a little bit. Instead of U.S. championships, we're going to do this based off of the Divas and the women's championships, because obviously that was a big story going on this week. So, question to the panel. Who has had, or you know what, I'll do it this way. Who have had the shortest reigns for the WWE women's and Divas championships? Two different people. I wanted to clarify it that way.
Wait, what was that?
Who's had the shortest reign for the women's championship, and who's had the shortest reign for the Divas championship?
There you
Divas
go.
was Jillian Hall.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Any chance you know
Ivory
how
for the
long?
women's?
Like 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, it was
very
roughly
long.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Women's. Was that, what's her name? Wendy Richter?
Nope.
Ivory?
Nope.
Jazz?
Nope.
Shit, who sucked in WWE?
Was it the Black Widow?
Nope.
Wow, this is actually a hard one.
You're gonna go, oh, god damn it.
How long did
Was it
Stephanie hold
Lita?
It was 1 day.
Oh, Trish Stratus. Because she
Oh
retired.
shit, she did.
Oh,
That's not what the one that I'm clarifying as.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
but-
you. That's the answer.
Yeah, that's the answer anyway. I don't give a fuck.
Hervina.
what?
So yeah, Trish Stratus. Well done.
Yeah,
Harvey
Trish Stratus. Yeah,
Harvey
thank you.
Whippleman won it and then dropped it the next day. So that was the one that comes up on like the record books, is that because they don't do that usually in WWE where they say like the retirement thing is only that. So yeah, you know,
That's the
but
Tony answer.
yeah, that's their equivalent of a Tony answer.
Yeah, it was the sheep herders.
So question to the audience. Name the women who have held the WWE Women's Championship for longer than 295 days. That's the amount that Nikki Bella just passed for the Divas Championship, but the lineage isn't the same. There's 5 people that have held it for more than 295 days. Name as many of them as you can. Next week I'll tell you what the answer is, break down all that stuff, and everything else we need to do. So, we're going to continue on here in part 2 with the hot tags. If you're on iTunes or Stitcher, you don't got to do anything, but if you're on YouTube, all you got to do is click on the next part. We'll be right back.